Between Jesus' baptism by John the Baptist and his crucifixion and then resurrection, between those we have basically 3 years. And during those 3 years, he was traveling around from village to village, teaching, preaching, healing the sick. And we've talked about what he said. We've looked a little bit at what he did. We've looked at various aspects of his claim. But I want to say a little bit more about how he spent those 3 years. First of all, I just want to make it clear, remind you that he focused on 12. And within the 12, he really focused on 3. And there was a broader crowd. There were women there, additional to his 12 male disciples. But he focused on his followers. Jesus was a rabbi. There were lots of rabbis at the time. So rabbis had disciples. These are people who were following their rabbi, their teacher, in order to learn from him and to become like them. So Jesus' disciples are different in the sense that a couple ways. First of all, they were not as elite. Jesus did not get the cream of the crop when he was picking. He sort of got the guys that had been overlooked. They were not planning on becoming rabbis. And that's just true even after he picks them. So most disciples are studying, and they would spend years with their rabbi in order to then to replace their rabbi. Nobody has the understanding that they are going to replace Jesus. They want to be with Jesus. They want to follow him. They want to be as close to him as they can. Which is perhaps a good way to just stop and ask, is that true of me? Like, do I simply want to be with Jesus? Do I want to be as close to him as I can? The second thing that we need to know about what Jesus did during this time is that he became a very popular teacher. So again, most rabbis began their career as a rabbi at about the age of 30, which is when Jesus did. But they didn't get big followings like Jesus. Right away, Jesus is getting huge crowds. Part of this is because he spoke with authority that nobody else had. He was very unique. He was very original. Part of it, a bigger part of it, is that he's performing miracles. He's healing people. He's multiplying food. He's walking on water. He's raising the dead. I mean, he becomes very quickly a rock star. A third thing that Jesus does during those 3 years, so he focuses on his followers. He becomes a popular rabbi. A third thing that he does is that he makes some powerful enemies who ultimately will be behind him being killed. So I share that because a lot of times people have a view of Jesus that he's a little bit like Mr. Rogers. You know, just an incredibly nice person who you can't imagine ever raising his voice, can't imagine ever getting mad, can't imagine being anything other than just wise and kind and gentle. So I'll just point out, you don't crucify Mr. Rogers, right? I mean, Jesus is not getting crucified for being a really, really nice, mild-mannered guy who only used his inside voice and told people to play nice and to be kind to other people. So Jesus gets crucified because of the claims that he makes, in particular because of the claims that he makes about himself. He unabashedly claims to be God. He accepts worship. He forgives sins. Right? He claims. He fulfills prophecy. He claims to be the Son of Man. He very intentionally, deliberately, methodically, systematically makes the claim that he is God, that he is the creator of everything, everywhere. He is eternal, and that he has shown up because that one day he's going to die, and then he's going to rise again, and that one day every knee will bow and every tongue will confess that Jesus Christ is Lord to the glory of God the Father. So again, we're looking at the central claim of the Christian faith, and that is that Jesus is the Messiah, that at the incarnation, he added together humanity and deity. He did this in part to reveal God, to reveal God's nature. He did it to serve as an example. He did it to fulfill prophecy, but he principally does it in order to die in our place as the Savior of the world. I hope you are going to think today about how you can more fully spend time with Jesus, embrace Jesus, follow Jesus, put your weight down on Jesus. Have a good day.